Hi everybody, it's Beetle Dave, your friendly neighbourhood record collector here. Welcome to everybody, subscribers old and new, viewers old and new. If you don't know, early in the week we did actually hit the 400 subscribers mark, so thank you to everybody that is subscribing, and I do mean that most sincerely, and I do mean it from the bottom of my heart. As promised, I'm going to show you a John Lennon CD box set. I think this came out in the early 90s, and I think it was originally a German or West German pressing, and it is a solo career retrospective, i.e. it goes from John's work after the Beatles, or technically when he was still in the Beatles, because Give Peace a Chance, released while he was still with the Beatles. It's got some of the Toronto songs on it, and basically it is the best of John Lennon. I didn't pay a lot for it. It is not the 4-box anthology, although I think some of the tracks are very, very similar. So that is the box. Bear with one sec. So CD1, you get Give Peace a Chance, which is the single version. Then you get Blue Suede Shoes, Money, Dizzy Miss Lizzie and Yar Blues, which are from the live piece in Toronto. Then you get Cold Turkey and Instant Karma, which were singles. Then you get Mother, Hold On, I Found Out, Working Class Hero, Isolation, Remember, Love, Well, 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 Look at Me, God, and My Mum Is Dead, which were all featured on the Plastic Ono Band album. Then you get Power to the People, which was a single. And then you get Well Baby Please Don't Go, which he performed live with Frank Zappa and the Mothers of Invasion, I believe, at Fillmore East, and was a track off the Sometime in New York City double album. So the discs, let's have a look. Yeah, made in West Germany. Excuse me, made in West Germany. So this is CD1 on Parlophone, and it is an official release. It's not a bootleg or a counterfeit. You get a little slip case like that, which opens up and just gives you the writing credits and things like that. That's quite nice. And then you get a period photo of John from around 1969 on the piano, I think. Wonder what song he's doing on there. Sound quality on these is very, very good. This is one where I don't know if this actually ever got an official British release or if it was just a European release. Oh, that does say on there, Parlophone. Bear with one sec. Bear with one sec, folks. Very, very small writing. What did it say? "1992. The copyright of the sound recording is owned by EMI Records Limited." So yeah, from 1992 these are they. So that is CD1. Then we get CD2 with a picture of John from around 1971, like on the Imagine film. So on here you get Imagine, you get Crippled Inside, Jealous Guy, It's So Hard, Give Me Some Truth, Oh My Love, How'd You Sleep, How, Oh Yoko, which are from the Imagine LP. Then you get Happy Christmas, War Is Over, which was a single. It was a single in America in 1971, but I think we didn't get it till 1972 in the UK. Then you've got Woman Is that horrible word that we can't say. New York City, John Sinclair. They're from the Sometime in New York City LP. Then you've got some more live tracks. You've got Come Together, Hound Dog from the live in New York City, or the one-to-one concert, whichever you want to call it. Then you've got Mind Games, Assume I'm Sorry, One Day at a Time, Intuition, and Out of the Blue. Out of the blue you came to me and took away misery. Do, 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 do. This is on a slightly light blue label, this one, where the other one was white. Again, very standard 90s CDs, which were the rage. I mean, this was like tip-top bloody technology, wasn't it, at the time? Again, you get the writing credits and a little bit, very, very limited information. But they do sound nice. I'll admit they do sound nice. Then you get disc 3 with a nice shot of John from around 1974. So you get Whatever Gets You Through the Night, Going Down on Love, Old Dirt Road, Bless You, Scared, Number 9 Dream, which was a UK single. Then you've got Surprise, Surprise, Sweet Bird of Paradise. Then you've got Steel and Glass, Nobody Loves You When You're Down and Out. So you've basically got all of Walls and Bridges there, haven't you, I think? Then you've got Stand By Me, which again was a UK single. Ain't That a Shame, Do You Want to Dance, Sweet Little 16, Slipping and a Sliding, Angel Baby, Just Because. Then you've got the live versions of Whatever Gets You Through the Night, I Saw Her Standing There, and Loose in the Sky with Diamonds, which was John's last ever live performance, and he did it for Thanksgiving, didn't he, in 1974 with Elton John and his band. So, you know, there is some nice songs on there, and some quite rare things if you think about it. Because as far as I know, the live versions of Whatever Gets You Through the Night, Loose in the Sky, Diamonds, and I Saw Her Standing There was on DJM records in the UK, and I don't think EMI have had the rights to them, but I could be wrong. So again, if you collect it, there is some nice versions of songs on here. Again, the inlay is very basic, isn't it? To be honest, very, very basic. But you do get a book with this as well. Hope you can see me okay. Might be better doing that better. It's better, isn't it? Yeah, I hope you can see me okay. Like I say, nice photo of John. So that's disc 3. And then we've got disc 4. Now, some of you may know, Double Fancy was John's last album. And there's some brilliant songs on it. No disrespect to Yoko, but I always thought John's comeback album should have been a solo album. Although it wasn't. A few years after he died, they released Milk and Honey, which was basically tracks that had been recorded during the Double Fancy sessions. And I always imagined what that album could have sounded like if it had just been full of John Lennon songs, or John Lennon as vocalist. On this disc, we actually get to see what it could have sounded like. You get Just Like Starting Over, Clean Up Time, I'm Losing You, Beautiful Boy, Darling Boy, Watching the Wheels, Woman, Dear Yoko, which was like his songs off Double Fancy. Then you get I'm Stepping Out, I Don't Want to Face It, Nobody Told Me, Borrowed Time, Forgive Me My Little Flower Princess, Every Man Has a Woman Who Loves Him, a Yoko song, but that's John singing it, and Grow Old With Me. Now, wouldn't that have made a fantastic album? In my opinion, anyway. Obviously, it wasn't to be, but, for a comeback album, I think he did deserve to have one on his own, and I do say that sincerely. I don't mean that horrible. I think the fans would have preferred a full album of John Lennon, but I don't think Yoko really wanted him to do that, did she? So I don't know. Perhaps then he was thinking, well, I've lost, I've lost a bit of confidence. I haven't made an album in 5 years, so we'll do it as a joint venture. I don't know. Honestly, don't know. And in all reality, it doesn't really matter, does it? Because we never got the solo album off him, did we? It was like half an album, wasn't it, in one way? Still nice albums to have, though. So that is CD4. Then you also get this little booklet. Well, I say little booklet, I think it's... God, it's got quite a few things in it. That's... I'd say that's late 79, early 1980, that there. Sean, Yoko and John. You've got a photo of John there, which looks like one of the last ones before he passed away. Definitely 1980, isn't it? And then you get all the words to the songs in this. It also tells you the A to Z song index, so it'll tell you where the songs come from. So, for instance, Ain't That a Shame, it says it comes from the Rock and Roll album. Angel Baby comes from the Men Love Avenue album. Bless You comes from Walls and Bridges. Beautiful Boy, Darling Boy comes from Double Fantasy. Give Peace a Chance was a single. What else is on here? Go Old With Me is from the Milk and Honey album. Happy Christmas, War Is Over is the single. So it does tell you where they've all come from. I don't think there's anything on here that technically wasn't unreleased. But I could be wrong. And I don't think there's any alternate versions. But like I say, it does get, you do get all the words to the songs and things like that. Very flimsy. I mean, I've just done that and half the pages have come out. I mean, if it was done today, I think it'd be done probably a lot better than this. But this is one of those that would actually be nice to have on vinyl, like a reissue on LPs instead of CDs. Don't think we'll ever get it, like, but yeah. It's not actually worth a great deal of money, to be honest. Well, I don't think it is. I paid, I think it was £20 for it, I think. Going on eBay and Discogs and places like that, these go anywhere from sort of like the £12 up to like £50 or £60. It's nice to have in your collection, and like I say, there is some things on here that at the time were quite hard to get, i.e. the live songs with Elton John and things like that. Yeah, it's a nice thing to have, nice thing to add to your collection, and really nice way to remember John. Obviously it is coming up to the anniversary of his death, isn't it? And this is the sort of thing that you could just play on that day and remember John the way he'd like to be remembered for his music and things like that. So that's it. It is just called Lennon 4 CD box set. Like I said, I don't think it ever had a release on LPs or vinyl release, or whatever you want to call it. I think the only way you could get it was on CD, and I think it has been out of print for a very, very, very long time, which is a shame. Like I say, that would make an excellent vinyl LP box set, and you could have even put a few like bonus tracks on it, couldn't you? But that's by the by. If you ever see it, it is worth getting. Don't pay stupid money for it. I mean, don't pay more than about 40 quid for it. But if you want it, you're going to get it, aren't you? And a lot of you might already have this anyway. If you have got it, what's your thoughts on it? You know, if you want to leave me a comment, what's your thoughts on this box set? I think for at the time it was probably a very, very good thing to have, because there's tracks on it that you couldn't really get that easily. It does look a little bit dated now compared to some of the things that are coming out, and if it was going to be done today, I think they'd do a hell of a lot better than this. Nice photo of John there though. Like I say, they could do it on 180 gram LP records, so you could have like 4 LPs, and you probably have a bonus track of some alternative, bonus LP of some alternative versions, and then your book could be like a proper hardback book. So that's just something that could be done. Whether there'd be a market for it or not, I don't know, because I don't think there's anything on here that you can't get anywhere else now. But like at the time, there was things on here that you couldn't get anywhere else. So yeah, lovely little box set. Happy to have it in my collection. And that's going to be it for today. As always, I hope you've enjoyed this little video. If you've managed to get to the end, well done. Thank you very much. If you like the video and you are not subscribed, please think about subscribing. If you want to subscribe, just hit the subscription button down here and the bell. And then you'll get notifications for when I am doing new videos. I do try and do at least one a week. And as I've said before, we actually got to 400 subscribers early this week. So, I'm actually over the moon about that. I never ever thought I would get 400 subscribers when I started this channel. I know I'm always going to be a little channel compared to some of the channels. But what you see is what you get. It's just me giving you my opinions on my records, stories, if there's any stories to go along the way, and if I think something's good, I'll say it's good. If I think something's not so good, I'll say it's not so good. And if I think it's rubbish, I'll say it's rubbish. To me, that is good. If you're a diehard John Lennon or a diehard Beatles fan, it is probably one that you should consider having. I wouldn't say it's essential, but I would say it is one that you probably should have in your collection. Like I say, later on, I think they did the anthology one, which was a similar thing to this, but I think there was more alternative takes, weren't they? But yeah, great. I'm quite happy to have that. It's going to sit up there, over there, with my little display of my CD box sets and things like that. So yeah, all in all, great. And for what I paid for it, I can't moan, can I? So I hope you've enjoyed it. As always, thank you to everybody that is subscribing. 400 subscribers now. Thank you to each and every one of you, and I do mean that sincerely. Thank you to people that are liking my videos and leaving me comments. And if you've got this CD, the CD box set, why don't you leave me a comment and tell me what you think about it. Like I say, at the time, I think it filled a gap in John's catalogue, shall we say. Whether it'd be relevant today or not, I don't know. They could make it into a nice box set better than this, although this is a good box set. Like I say, 180 gram vinyl LPs, a hardback book, maybe a disc of bonus material, and it could be released on Apple. Could it be released on Apple? Yeah, it could still be released on Apple, couldn't it? So, but that's just by the by. I don't think we'll ever get this on vinyl, to be honest. Or if you know different and you did get this on vinyl in some of the countries around the world, just let me know. I know we never got it in vinyl in the UK, and I think this was actually quite hard to get in the UK as well at the time. It's not now. Yeah, brilliant, love it, and that's going to be it. So until the next time, it's Beatle Dave, your friendly neighbourhood record collector and Beatles fanatic, saying goodbye to you all. Thank you to all. Whatever you're doing this weekend, please, please, please stay safe, and I hope to see you again very, very soon. There's lots of videos coming up. There's lots of ideas for videos I've got, I'm thinking about. So, stay tuned, as they used to say. So until the next time, it's Beatle Dave saying peace, love and happiness to you all, and ta-da for now, and stay safe.